योगी बनाना। नहीं तो छोटा सा सर्कमस्टेंस भी साधन भी समय भी शांति भी होती चीटी समान है। लेकिन छोटी चीटी महारथी को भी मूर्छित कर देती। मूर्छित अर्थात वरदानों की सेज बल की श्रेष्ठ स्थिति से नीचे ले आते। मजबूर और मेहनत ये मूर्छित की निशानी। इस विधि से अपनी जन्मपत्री को चेक करो। समझा क्या करना?
Shanti, welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 22. Siddhi Swaroop, embodiment of accomplishment, image of equanimity, image of double light. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Is everyone very, very light? Double light? Who is double light? Let me see hands. Everyone. Wow, that's wonderful. Baba will be happy. Once we maintain equanimity, we will be light. No? Because we will not carry anything. There are different scenes of drama. Whether it is praise or deformation. If I remain same, Baba says you are a victorious soul. So there is nothing like defeat for us, right? So when we are above this game of feeling, it's very external. You feel humiliated, you feel defeated, you feel lost. But if deep within you, if you see what blessings Baba has given you, if I remember, Baba says, child, you are a victorious soul. So even if temporary, it looks like there is defeat, but it's not defeat. There is also victory in that defeat. One time Baba said, even if it looks defeat, but it's not a defeat, it's victory. So by always remembering what are Baba's blessings for me, so stay in that self-respect of Baba's blessings. So there will not be any uh, up and downs and feeling bad, feeling good. All this will change. Yeah. You will yourself feel that now I don't feel bad. Yeah. But if I forget Baba's blessings, then I will carry little things. Even if I have to look at someone who is upset, if I just look at that one as a soul and keep giving my good wishes to that soul, because it's a suffering, no, at that time. So I have to give good wishes, Baba's blessings, Baba's love. And this could change. This could change other person, atmosphere, and it will pass very quickly. Otherwise, it can last longer. Right? So, how equanimity can help us to remain light? And when we are light, we are very joyful. Everything we do with happiness, it's easy. And also, this actually will create even the sparkle, the light of the soul will remain more stable, not flickering. There is a flame which keep flickering up and down, or both ways. But to be stable in the light of the soul, sparkling, not flickering, right? Then others can also look at that and feel that light. So light, stable, internally lightness, and this gives us the crown of light. This crown of light is very light, right? In golden age, they show the crowns. Will they be heavy or light? They should be light, right? Otherwise, they can't wear it. If it's too heavy, you can't wear it, right? So stability in light, sparkling light, and then inner lightness. So Baba is saying always wear two crowns. crown of light and crown of responsibility. If I take responsibility for Baba's task, that commitment will keep me free from responsibility on Lokik side. But somewhere I have to be responsible, right? But when Baba is giving us responsibility, actually is giving you crown. If you want to be prince, princess in golden age, right? You want to be emperor, empress, prince, princess in golden age. So you have a lot of responsibility. Even at confluence age, when I was thinking that when Baba gives us any responsibility, I thought, oh, we have 1 million Brahmins. How will I take care of 1 million? But who is asking me to take care? Is Baba, no, who will take care? But what I have to do is stay with Baba. That's my main responsibility. If I am with Baba, then Baba will take care. Yeah, more than 1 million Brahmins, right? So who can take care of them? And then we have thousands of instruments at centers and higher level, higher level. But also Baba's each child is actually very responsible. So to claim high status, there has to be responsibility. And it's not I want to take it, but if Baba gives me that, why I say yes? Because Baba has given me so much. Adopting me, sustaining me, teaching me, making me worthy, and always protection, always providing whatever soul needs. So you immediately feel, I must say yes for responsibility, right? But more you take it internally, you feel it's Baba who has to do it. It's Baba who will do it. Our remembrance of Baba increases also. So not carrying, not holding anything will keep us light. So when Baba says 2 crowns, one is of light and one is of responsibility. I like when Baba today keeps saying, Maya will come, right? But don't get tired. Sometimes Baba compares Maya as a cat, right? If you get rid, then it comes again, then it comes again. But what is Maya? So when we talk about power of yoga, intellect has to be with Baba. Now, I have seen some of Baba's children. They are in family, they have children, they have grandchildren, they have house, they have job, everything. And they do it nicely. But still I see that they have power of yoga. Because it's not question of what you're doing, but your intellect. All this I have to do is my duty. So keeping good relationship with everyone is a good example. But intellect, when intellect is pulled, When intellect is with Baba, yoga will have power. Light and might, Baba said. So there is understanding, yes, all these relationships, this old world, we have to play part with them. But while playing part, yoga of intellect has to be with Baba. I had been thinking a lot about when Baba says yoga of intellect with Baba, then you get light and might. So we have to be attentive. Anything happens, if intellect is full, just think that one is a soul, Baba's child, Baba will give power, Baba will take care. If it goes in bodily relationship, if anything happened to anyone, give them love, take care of them, but intellect should be with Baba. Then only you can do it actually. And then Baba said, sometimes different kinds of fears are there. I mean, some people think when we will get old, who will take care of us? So someone was saying, what is the future? And then I was saying how those who are Baba's children, even when they get old, so much service is done through them. Because people get inspiration. They talk to them with a lot of love. So there shouldn't be any fear, because that also makes the soul heavy. So tomorrow just go deep and see, is there any heaviness I have? Anything I'm carrying with me from the past? Well, the future, worry and concern of the future. Like someone says, I don't worry, but then there are concerns. It does happen. And when there are concerns, there are a lot of thoughts. So when yoga of intellect is with Baba, then I give Baba all what my concerns are. Because receiving light and might, and then giving light and might. Right? So through power of yoga, when we settle our all subtle bondages, then you remain double light. So equanimity and then double light. Both have deep connection. But if for everything I keep in myself, I carry with myself, it's heaviness, right? And that is why it's good practice many times a day. I'm a soul, I'm peaceful, I'm loveful. Just be in soul consciousness more and more. So the Siddhi will be to be double crown and double light. Crown of light and crown of responsibilities. Oh,
Today, our Vyakti journey, before we start our Vyakti journey, we had to get our homework. And for that, I would like to invite our dear brother, Dev. Welcome.
Greetings from Peace Village to all the images of equanimity. Om Shanti Didi. So my points today are, when we remember Baba's blessings for us and stay in that self-respect, then we won't go up and down. We will remain in that stable stage. And when we are given responsibility, the real responsibility for us is to stay with Baba, to keep my intellect with Baba, and then everything else is actually Baba's responsibility. That keeps us really light and easy. So let's see what our homework for tomorrow is. So the Siddhi, image of double light. And the drill, I stabilize in the form of the light of the soul and become light. I, the soul, am constantly flying high. I am a double light angel. Now let's practice this drill for a few minutes. Om Shanti.
Image of double light. I stabilize in the form of the light of the soul and become light. I, the soul, am constantly flying high. I am a double light angel. I stabilize in the form of the light of the soul and become light. I, the soul, am constantly flying high. I am a double light angel. Om Shanti.
Shanti, welcome to Vikti Journey. Mohini Didi, the living light, exploring together the beauty and brilliance of the truth. So today is a story time. So I would like to invite our dear angel, Sister Wadi. Welcome.
On mute. Thank you so much, Rory Ben. And of course, good evening to Mohini Ben as well and Brother Dev. I don't know how long we'll be doing this, but there's still something that I'm trying to get to in Sister Mohini. And it's to do with her, naturally her inner life, because I can see it reflected in what she does on the outside, but there's still another place. Maybe she just keeps it secret for herself and Baba, but we have another story tonight, and so we'll come at it from another angle. So it's a little bit longer than usual, but it's engaging. So over to you, Dev. Bye.
Thank you, Sister Wadi. Om Shanti.
Okay, Om Shanti.
All right, so here is the story. El Salvador and Guatemala had a retreat with Didi Mohini in Guatemala. Since arriving in Guatemala, Didi was asking when the El Salvador family would arrive. We had shared that we would arrive Friday between 5 and 6 p.m. But on Friday morning, they called me again to give more accurate time of arrival. I shared that we would arrive at 6 p.m. if that was not inconvenient. I had a feeling something was going to happen, but I tried and got rid of that thought, telling myself that Baba is a companion and nothing would happen. We left El Salvador on time. On our way, we meditated, sang songs, and arrived at the Guatemalan border. We cleared the immigration and continued driving happily. We had decided that we would all be in silence until we arrived. But suddenly, we saw a car blocking the road and a man in front of it with a gun in his hand, pointing at us, and two more men, one on each side of the car. The very experienced driver made maneuvers in such a way that the man standing on the left side of the car fell and others ran to help him. A few minutes later, we saw them chasing after us furiously. They shot at us, not at the tires, but at us. I told the driver to go to the nearest gas station, but the driver said, "No, they're all the same." He knew the road was dangerous. We were all in great silence, and I remembered Baba has said nothing will happen to those who are with him. It was as though Baba dropped this thought in my mind: nothing will happen. and this is Baba's promise. When they reached close to us, they started to hit our car to get trapped in the ditch, but the very skilled driver would hit them back. Then the driver saw that there was a private police booth that took care of the residential colony, and they had cameras. There was a dividing wall between the road and the premises. The driver drove in such a way that the car rose high and fell on the other side of the premises of the residence. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The attackers disappeared and we regained the control of our journey. We called the center, but no one answered the call. We even called other family members, but no one answered there either. Didi and the whole family were meditating since the time we entered Guatemala. We waited for some time and then we received a call back from the center telling us to wait and that they will come and pick us up. A caravan came and picked us all late at night. I felt as though Didi knew what was going to happen, and hence they were all sitting in deep tapasya for protection from the assault. Everyone was so surprised how we survived this attack. Next day, there was news in El Salvador and Guatemala newspapers with the headlines stating, "Tourists are safe and sound from the robbery." I feel that the power of collective yoga of the gathering with Mohini Didi made impossible become possible. I also feel that our yoga, faith in Baba, and help from Mohini Didi made all of this possible. Om Shanti.
We haven't had a story quite like that, Dev, but it just reminds me this is life for many people and in many places, but it's not just, get up and do your routine and go about your day, but there's dramatic and traumatic things that can happen. And so, Sister Mohini, Om Shanti. Do you remember this scenario? Do you remember it?
Yeah, remember. And then we had a lot of discussion after that also, because, program is planned anyway. It was retreat, so Bhatti in the evening, but everyone turned off their cell phones because during Bhatti they didn't want it to be disturbed. So even they were trying, they were ringing, it didn't happen. But one of the couple, one of the brother there has a security company. So anyway, as soon as he heard, he took caravan, a lot of people went and they bring them. So of course, as Sister Balvi, I think she's in Salvador. Every evening she's there, I think every evening I see her. And it's a kind of dangerous even around the center. And they're, how they live there and they remain protected. So according to drama, but he was fixed. So anyway, when they came, we all were happy. But there was this big question that should we have planned that at least one person's cell phone should have been on so that when they were trying to call us, maybe 2 hours or whatever. And luckily, because they got protection in this residential colony. But it was really, really, I remember, and Sister Bhubi was also with me. She's saying she remembers too, because we were so happy when they arrived safely, and they themselves, even the driver was sharing his experience that something was telling me, just go, like he was very much under control and guided. He said he had no fear because all those passengers, it was a big van, there were 8, 9 of them. So because all passengers were so quiet, so peaceful, that was giving me a lot of power, a lot of strength. So yes, now, even if they say, I don't know what part I have in that, but I definitely feel that if we keep line of intellect clear, then Baba will guide us, right? And we get power, we get direction. Even if you might think I have something to do, one thing I must tell you that I don't have any secrets, but everything is so natural, and it should be. If our, there is remembrance of Baba from heart, but Baba had been talking a lot about yoga of intellect. That means one thing I can say, that intellect is not full because of the bondage. But if there is the need and there is urgency, emergency, intellect is full. And I will get thought. And then I say, okay, let's act on that. So, what should I say?
Yeah, what I'm interested in, Sister Mohini, is, and it's not easy because it means you have to talk about yourself, and that may not be so easy for you. But what I'm interested here, two things. Fear we'll take up later, and you did touch on it this evening. But what I'm more interested in is to do with faith. Now, you were the first one that I heard make the distinction between faith and trust. One's of the head, one's of the heart. But I'm thinking of it in another kind of a way, that faith is often to do, like, I trust you because you've shown me by your example that you're 100% trustworthy. But for people to have faith in you, we're now in the realm of religion and spirituality. And that's what I would like to hear more about. What do you do? Do you see this, how people have faith in you? And what do you do with it? Do you give it to Baba? Or do you ever feel sometimes that maybe even non-Brahmins, they attribute miraculous powers to you? But so what draws faith in you is something to do with your supernatural powers. We're not talking about, yeah. And so that's what I'm interested in. Both, what do you do with the faith that people have in you? Now, not trust, and then connect that for me with Baba's faith in you.
Once I feel that truth and honesty, first with your own self, that means I never will accept anything in the sense of, like, I am so much into that what Baba is giving and what Baba's Shrimat is. So, as recently Baba said, that even some, they mix Shrimat in their intellect and they say it's their intellect, and they start giving Gyan. And there are so many who are doing that, and but they don't say it is Shrimat, right? So they mix it both ways, Shrimat in their intellect or their intellect in Shrimat. So I think that is where also, if we pay attention, that just, relationship with Baba should be honest relationship. It's not I need anything from Baba, or if he fulfills my desires. No, he's my father, he is my parents. And so that honest relationship with Baba, that fulfills whatever expectations or whatever uh, people are expecting, let's say. Some or other, I also sometimes am surprised that, you just say it and then, yes, it gets done. Generally, I don't go to Baba and say, Baba, get this done or get this done. But I remember that one time there was one sister in Manhattan, and she uh, was very busy, and I wanted her to do something. And she said, I will do it, but you have to tell Baba that I will pass an exam. So I said, okay, you know. And then I said, Baba, you have to help her. Just one thought, not like I'm doing yoga, all that. And then she passed. So I start trusting my thoughts even, more, and saying that,
Yes.
oh, it does happen, like this. So, but I feel basically relationship should be honest with Baba. When I say honest is not because of Baba, you are giving me sustenance, Baba, because you are my father, you are my teacher, you are my Sadguru. So that honesty in relationship, and then also honesty in relationship with others. And that honesty sometimes could be, could create certain difficult situations. But honesty in relationship with everyone, you have to be just honest. That's what I find. And I'm not pretending, I'm not pleasing, but there is this connection with the soul, with that love from Baba. And just be honest. I mean, I shouldn't say people, but all souls in the body. And because of that love, I cannot, I have to be honest. Means it's not I'm forcing, but that's what I am. And I feel that power of honesty creates self-trust. And there is no fear because I'm not doing anything which is not, it's from the heart and it's honestly being done.
So there's no contradiction.
No.
There's no contradiction. Do you remember when you had the sense that, oh, Baba really has faith in me?
I think that, when I came to Baba, he gave so many blessings, so many tasks, and some I was able to do, but some I didn't. But I don't think he lost trust on me because he knew that I will do one day. And that is why now whatever role I had to play, I just said yes because Baba has given so much. He has trusted me. So I must take that responsibility. So I think somewhere deeply I find that people in relationship, their hearts are honest, but they don't know how to be honest relationships. And also, when there is love, you really care. That care is there from the heart. And that helps as soon as you have a good thought. Like I was sharing that today, since morning, I have two thoughts. I don't know how to translate them, but one is, yes, bhala ho means everything will be okay with you. And just stay happy, joyful. Like these two thoughts for everyone. I don't want to know who is who, what they're doing, what their intention, whatever they are. These two words have to keep repeating. So since morning, I'm telling in Hindi, they call bhala ho, sukhi raho. That means everything it will be okay with you and you will be happy. So these thoughts too I'm chanting like whole morning. And then I said, maybe they are under some difficulties. Maybe they need these blessings. But I definitely believe that when there is that honesty, purity in your thought, without any desire or anything, it has power.
And but I can't, again, I would imagine that people would trust me on the basis of whatever it is that I've done. But I still think it's very different. Like the faith that they might have in me is different from the faith. The faith they have in you has an expectation.
Hmm. No, say it again.
That the faith they have in you, I'm not talking about the trust they have in me because I'm accurate or whatever, but the faith that they have in you as a spiritual, as a religious authority so they really expect, that you'll cure the illness, that you'll fix the problem. Does that ever, it never weighs on you, does it? No.
See what happens that, let's say someone says, there is a one very good family in Canada. So they called and she said, I have three situations. And, some or other, she was inspired to offer both. And I said, Baba is listening. I don't take any responsibility because if it's their karmas, they have to settle. Only God can help to settle those karmas and bless them. So I don't know how she had this thought that I want to offer book for 5 Thursdays. And then the whole family sat with grandchildren and everyone. And then today she called and said, yeah, definitely 2 things got all right and better. So I feel I give to Baba because I cannot take credit because it's anyone's karmic account. I can give love, I can share whatever it is, but Baba has to do it, no? And
right. Right. Baba and all you're saying, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. But what is that thing that makes them have faith in you? What is that? What creates the faith? As I say, yes, we like this teacher, we like that teacher, but that kind of faith, which I'm remembering that during my growing up, it was the normal thing that if, again, somebody was sick or dying or whatever, they would go to the priest, and ask him to say a mass or say the rosary or whatever, that, they didn't, because they felt that he was closer to God, So is that part of it? Do you think that people feel that and it's not wrong necessarily, but that you're closer to God, huh?
I think, when I was even young, so when I came to Baba, then my grandfather, mother's father, was not very keen on me becoming BK and all that. And then he was like older and he kept chanting rosary and keep reading scripture. One day he said, can you tell God that now I want to leave? So I said, Dada, you pray to God so much. You should tell him. No, he will listen to you. He's saying to me.
Interesting.
And I was surprised. He said, so I smiled and I said, yes, at the right time, he will call you. I didn't say that you will go. How can I say that, right? So I said, okay, at the right time, surely God. But I was surprised that why he said this to me.
Interesting.
And this is like when I was very young.
Yeah.
And so somewhere, even I think before Gyan, I had this connection with God and God's connection with me, that even when I used to worship Sri Krishna, like everyone at the home, tell Krishna this for me, tell this for me. They will all give me the list. So I will sit and in the final prayer, I will say, God, they have given me this list. You have to look at it and fulfill it. So I don't know. It had been since childhood. There is
right. They can't all be wrong.
Yeah, but I'm happy with Baba, whatever way.
No, I like what you're saying. It's the honesty in the relationship with Baba. But now, connected with that, the other thing that came up in the story is fear. And I would like for you to make that connection. Like, for instance, a brother with a lot of love said to me yesterday, Wadi, you need to put cameras around the center. And I said, why? He said, because times are going to get worse, things are going to happen. So it's kind of like a preparation. And so we know that, and we see even in terms of, say, COVID, for instance, some are afraid of the disease, of getting it or giving it to others, so they get vaccinated. And some are afraid of the vaccination. both Lokic and Alokic, and we don't make those decisions for people, but can you connect overcoming fears with faith? You know, if I'm fearful, does it mean that something's lacking in my faith? And is it in myself? Is it in Baba? Is it in
No, still
time?
there is faith, but there is no power of faith, you know.
Oh, interesting.
Because what you have to do, kind of remind yourself and create that power in you at that time. And keep
Beautiful.
remembering Baba had said, you are protected, you are under the canopy, nothing will happen to you. So I have to create that awareness. And that awareness will give strength to the mind. And then the voice from inside will say, you will remain safe. Nothing is going to happen. You know, that's what happened to sister in the
The
van.
Baba, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like you have to create that awareness. So
I like
that
that.
the faith
Power.
changes in power of the faith.
Beautiful, beautiful.
But you can sit with faith and not have power. So you will still be,
Elaborate.
scared.
I like this. I've not thought about this before, so feel free to say something more about it.
Yeah. So basically, what we have to do, like I said, in equanimity was defeat and victory. No, there is sometimes externally you feel like you are defeated. But if I remember that victory is my birthright, so you will not be affected by that. No, temporary situations happen. So, like Brahma Baba, people abused him, defamed him, but it didn't matter to him because he knew that this is truth, and one day people will know that it is truth. So there is somewhere the truth has power of truth, power of honesty, power of faith. That is why people they have knowledge but not power, because they're not applying knowledge or not creating awareness. Or recently Baba said power of yoga. I see people sitting 5 hours in yoga, but they don't have power for many things. So I think creating proper awareness will change the virtue into the power. No?
That's great. Thank you so much. Dev?
Thank you.
No, this is really good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Didi. I think, Sister Vadi, the answer is to really have that honest relationship with Baba. That's what creates the faith in others. And also, if our intellect is clean and clear, then it is Baba's help that will come to the souls. We just become maybe those instruments, but it's Baba and them. So.
No, but Brother Dev remembers that, they had to buy the house. So suddenly somebody will be able to pay on. I said, if you can't pay, I will pay, but just get it, because like for me, I never think that way. For me, if it's Baba's, just take it. And I find that doubt is not very auspicious, It creates obstacles if you have doubts. So I keep telling them, I said, just get it. I'm telling you. Oh, if you can't, no, not necessarily they, but there were others too. I said, okay, what's there? No, it's yeah, we will pay. There's nothing to. Maybe sometimes people haven't done that big kind of investment, but I have seen it,
But the
so
feeling
many.
is that you have access to information that we don't. And it's like, if you've said it, then okay, it must be so. And then we go ahead, and it's like, as I say, you told me 2 things. And we went with the first one. Okay, fine, they'll help. And then the next one was, no, you'll get it. I was like, okay. And so, but it feels like as if that you have like your third eye and you're seeing into the future. It doesn't feel like you're deducing or you're adding things or whatever, but that you have access to another dimension of knowing that's to do with the future. That's what it feels like. I mean, does it feel like that to you, Deb, or is it just me?
See, I think it goes back to the same point, right? Like, okay, I may not be able to see that future that Sister Mohini is seeing, but because of that faith, I can just say, okay, I don't need to worry about that because she's able to see that. So I just had to be.
Yes.
I can just follow what is told because otherwise it will become a heaviness within me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but others are able to see that, Baba's instrument able to see that, then that's the trust that I'm on. Okay, it's.
And what you're saying there is nice too, in that when you have faith, say in somebody else, then it lightens your burden.
Yeah.
You don't feel the weight of it anymore. That's why I was asking Sister Mohini, did she ever feel that weight of responsibility for the faith that others have in her?
But
and I'm not just talking about physical things like houses and properties and what have you, but I've seen it on far more subtle levels as well. And so it's like the kind of faith that really believes that they'll get blessings, they'll get something to make them better people, not just health. Yeah. Interesting.
So it's the power of faith, no?
I like that, the power of faith. And then the very nice yukti that it's just like, keep remembering what Baba has said. Is kind of like...
Yeah, Baba's teachings are our protection. That's the power in Baba's words. No?
Yeah. So,
also
we're gradually getting in. Yeah, because your inner life is not like anybody else's inner life. And it's not about comparing, I know, but there's just things that it's like, well, how does she do that? And it's not a practical thing like give me the recipe and I'll make it. I guess you just have to reach there, that it's for us it'll take time. Maybe it didn't take time for you.
Okay, one day we will find more.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
But
Thank you so
I
much.
find everything so natural, like I'm not making any extra efforts, but naturally, whatever way the thoughts come, then you keep going on. Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
I would say that, what I see when I see Didi, that if somebody is in flying stage, you feel like trusting and having faith that yes, that person will, like you see the flights in the sky, you have trust that that flight will take you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. We're all on the same plane, right, Bhumi?
Yes.
Should we say Mohini Ben is the co-pilot of our plane?
That is why when Jayanti Ben was given the title, I said, well, I got co-pilot now because we go in the meeting and we both have already discussed and it makes things very, very easy.
Yeah.
And people watch that, how they both say same things and there is so much harmony. So it's a learning lesson for them too, that at least have a lot of respect, love and harmony amongst ourselves.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay, now is the time.
Okay, yep,
Om
we're over
Shanti.
time. Thank you again.
Good night.
Thank you,
Om
Deb,
Shanti.
too. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Sister Bodhi and Brother Dev. It was wonderful. Wonderful story. Yes, I was the part of that story. An amazing experience. Yes. So let's remember Baba now.
शुक्राना
Om Shanti, everyone. Always be happy and well. Om Shanti. Good night.